WKNJ 90.3 FM livestream.com. We have a gentleman all the way from Staten Island. He goes by the name of the Lyric Inforca. What's going on, man?
What up? What's good, player? I appreciate you guys having me.
Oh, not a problem. We have your mixtape here, The Hold Up.
Brand
new mixtape. So tell us about yourself, and you're from the borough of Staten Island.
I'm from Staten Island, Shaolin, a.k.a. Swag City, bitch. Swag City.
Oh, no cursing.
No cursing, my man.
But now, being from Staten Island, I know there was a time in Staten Island where basically everyone says that Wu-Tang built Staten Island. Which
they did.
Which, for the hip-hop, the first thing everyone knows for Staten Island is after the landfill that was there, which is no more.
That's the second thing.
That is... When you go somewhere, you hear people say Staten Island, Shaolin, Wu-Tang. You go anywhere. Being that Staten Island is like the unforgotten borough, I guess you could say.
Unfortunately. We're about to change that any minute, though.
But yourself, being an MC from Staten Island, do you find it harder, difficult, coming from Staten Island?
Yes and no. I mean, listen, all praise due to Wu-Tang, you know what I'm saying? They laid the foundation for every artist in Staten Island to basically have a platform to do what they do. But with that being said, everybody does what they do. So it is a little hard because, you know, with the recent, advances in technology, everybody's doing it. There's a rapper on every corner. There's a rapper, in every house. So every other house has an artist trying to do it, with Pro Tools that their parents bought them. So you got a lot of saturation in the game. But so until somebody really comes out and blasts the market, Wu-Tang will ever forbe the status quo of hip hop in Staten Island. But
and that's very true indeed. So I know you have your mixtape which you just released, The Hold Up. Can you tell us about some of the collaborations you have on here?
Well, basically, it's in mixtape format. I've always been, someone that does a lot of original joints. We went a little bit different just to get the social buzz, where it needs to be. So we took a couple of poppin' joints from the market right now. We took Rack City, Tiger's joint. We made a joint called Swag City, which you can check it out on my website, itslyric.com. Got over 17,000 views actually in 1 month. We took Motto with Drake, and I killed it. And you'll hear it and you'll make the decision for yourself. We took Hey Muma, which is Cameron and Vado's joint, and we did a video to that. That got over 6,000 plays in a month. And we took Ryan Leslie and Fabulous's joint. Ryan Leslie and Red Cafe with Fly Together, and we killed it on my own sort of original tip. So basically all the joints that we took from there was a couple of mixtape joints that we converted into the originals, but we were only releasing those if they were better than the originals. So, but shout out to all the other artists and all the beat makers, very talented, people, on the production of those tracks. So, shout out to all you producers that, help me, basically jack those beats and put out my own stuff. Okay.
So how do you feel about the hip hop scene right now in the way the game has changed? Because I know you've been in the game for a while now.
I'm a brand new artist. If you ain't never heard of me before, I'm a brand new artist. So what I'm saying, we want to talk longevity. I've been around hip hop my entire life. So from that aspect, I've always been a fan. So the game has changed a little bit. The market is more about socially getting it popping online as opposed to going out there on the streets pounding the pavements and doing the shows. It's more like the first thing that any label, any check writer, or anybody wants to hear is how many followers on Twitter, how many hits on YouTube, what kind of buzz do they got popping. But with that being said, I mean, music is still music. So you got a hot song, it's hot. So it doesn't matter what plateau they, you hear it in. It just makes it a little bit more available to the everyday hip-hop listener that, only was governed by their radio station of their town back in the day. So now it's more, about getting the word out there. So a hot song is a hot song, though. So there's a lot of good songs that are out there, a lot of talented artists that I'm really feeling. And hopefully the game, I don't think it'll ever go back to the way it was back in the mid-90s, the way it is in London right now and overseas. But with that being said, it's time to evolve with the times and keep on moving.
And that's honestly the way I feel about the games, because everyone says about how New York isn't what it used to be, the East Coast isn't what it sounds, but at the same time, we have to evolve because...
listen, Jada's still popping, killing it out there, so shout out to Jada Kiss.
And what I'm saying is that how there's nothing sounds like 70s soul, nothing sounds like 80s rock, there's nothing like that 90s boom bap sound, but as the new generation comes, you have to evolve, and you have to move with the times. And not that it's old school or new. Yeah, people have to understand you got to move with the times, and
Of course.
because if you don't move with the times, you will get left behind.
Absolutely.
So now, but what do you have in your iPod right now? What do you have blasting in the car?
What I got blasting in the car? Let's see. Besides that lyric and force of the hold up, nah. I mean, I like Meek Mills. He got a lot of good joints. I like 2 Chainz. You know, he's a good new artist. You know, I mean, I really in my iPod right now is catalogs of producers because I've got so many different people